Here's Bueckers working off Sheppard. Splits the defenders. Kick out, Fudd for three. Knocks it down. What a start for AZ Fudd. Still hot.
And it's
Ogunbowale with the loose ball off the jump. Bueckers has Melvin to beat. On the bounce to Sheppard. Recollects and gets the finish. An early 5-0 lead here for Dallas.
so sometimes kind of wearing the shot clock down. It isn't going to be the worst thing for Seattle tonight.
Pick and roll action. Sheppard with the control and finish. And it's Ogunbowale was off the mark on that one. Forced him back into the ballgame. Johnson might have been the easiest look they've had all night, and they needed it. But at the end of it, that championship game, there's money on the line. There's Jessica Sheppard. How about that out of timeout? That's a focus for Jose Fernandez in this one.
Yeah, 6'8" wingspan. Like, that is going to happen for her often, and everyone else got to be on lookout for her. When she's in full stride, wow.
Nice slit by Dolson and the find from Heidemann. Awafam coming off of that Spanish League title, which is why she is just in her 4th ball game in her WNBA season as she gets the baseline jumper.
Something Dallas is going to have to continue to talk about, giving up 46 points a night in the paint.
Here's Cook, foul line jumper. That's a smooth jumper for Zia Cook. And it's now a 1-point lead here for Dallas, 2:20 to play in this opening quarter. Bueckers probing into the body of Melvin. Ten on the shot clock. Here's James attacking. Gets that one to fall.
So this is where I think they really put a push on. Big challenge for the Seattle defense.
Nice spin move from Sheppard. How about the finish? Here's Sims. The floater doesn't go. Sheppard trying to fight for that loose ball rebound. It ends up with Siegrist. Here's James. Got by Johnson. Layup goes.
So they've got to just stay in fights. That's on this end of the court for them.
Fudd got Heidemann in the air. Knocks down the jumper. That was a much-needed bucket. 2:26 of the first quarter was the last field goal for Seattle. Bueckers on the post up, off the window, foul, and an and one opportunity. And she should be mad. She's nearly an 80% free throw shooter.
Look at the rebound. That would have been a big possession.
Heidemann into her dribble bag. Pull-up jumper goes. Under 6 to play in the half. Brown off the turnover. Horston lays that up and in. And Bueckers dribbles it off of her foot, and then Flage turns it over. Just an errant pass. Pass fake from Sheppard. Doesn't get the bounce on that one, but Ogunbowale offensive rebound and puts it up and in. The second player in WNBA history to have that stat line, joining Alyssa Thomas, who did it in 2023. A long 2 there for Heidemann. Storm 6 points on the evening as it's now a 6-point ball game. Bueckers. Kick out, Siegrist. She connects from 3, up to a 9-point lead now. Bueckers working with Sheppard. Sidestep jumper. Nice little pump fake and finish. Sheppard attacking. Comes back middle. Doesn't go. Defended, but Siegrist with the putback. Here's Horston. Now Heidemann. 90 seconds to go in the half. Heidemann, nice finish. Bueckers off the screen from Sheppard.
I mean, I think anytime you can hold a team to 25 points, it's good. Obviously, we have to do a better job of cashing in on the offensive side.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of interesting. Usually when a low-scoring team, you can get out and run. 0 fast break points. How can you guys create some more opportunities in the open court?
I think just getting cleaner rebounds and then pushing the pace, everyone filling their lanes and pushing the ball.
All right, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
10 on the shot clock. Here's Ogunbowale, blocked by Horston. And then Flau'jae Johnson gets in on the block party. Here's Ogunbowale with the baseline jumper. And it's a good problem for Jose Fernandez to have that he can sit her knowing she was under the weather to try to get her some rest. Fudd. Elbow jumper goes for the rookie. Here's Pham. 10 on the shot clock, taken away by Sheppard. Sheppard pushing, drop off to Smith for the lay-in. And the game started with a 7-0 run for Dallas. They're now on a 9-2 run, as that was a more than needed bucket for the Storm. 10 on the shot clock now for the Wings. Fudd back with it, pull-up jumper on the foul line. Cross court, Horston running the floor, too strong. Pham the rebound. She gets the putback. Circle can jump it up. It's Yeru and Pham as Melbourne comes up with it off the jump, and that's a 2-point swing right there. And then James gets behind the defense, and here's James. That's a beautiful lefty stroke. Good to see her back on the floor in the W. Here's James. Pull-up jumper baseline. Quick 5 points here for James in the third quarter.
7.
8 on the shot clock here for Seattle. Defense from Dallas pushing late into the clock. But Melbourne says, don't worry, Megan, I got it. This was a measuring stick game after the 2 wins against the Liberty and the Aces. Katie Lou Samuelson in the corner. She hits it. That's back-to-back threes now for the Storm. On the flip side, the Mercury will be heading to Seattle to take on the Storm team on Wednesday night as Mackenzie Holmes gets the
tough
layup.
third quarter. They were only able to score 12 points, and so it's certainly something to think about and focus on.
Here's Sims. Gets that foul line jumper to go for Dallas as they continue to pour on here.
It's been working well for them.
Here's Cook attacking. Too strong on the layup. Johnson comes up with a loose ball rebound, lays it up and in. And listen, with a young team too, Amy, you want that compete level from them, even though they're down big right now. You want to see them try to compete defensively as Clark hits a 3 for the Wings. And Dolson is familiar with being a veteran on a young team. Here's Johnson, back tap by Dolson. Johnson with it, trying to split the defenders with the length of her arms.
I was gonna say, I know you love your golf, and so I know you'll be able to, I'm not gonna lie, you know, if it's not fast paced, I respect the precision of those players, but I gotta see that. Holding a team to 46 points is something to be really proud of, because that's something that Dallas defensively has been a point of emphasis.
They're gonna count the bucket. 4 seconds, James. Count the bucket and the foul. How about Isaiah James, Amy, off the bench, 15 points, leading all scorers.
This team has done enough now. I know it's early in the season, but when you look at some of their signature wins early, I think it's fair to say that no one's underestimating this Wings team. Niara Sabli and the return of Sandy Brondello to New York. Sorry, I should have started there. But the
Buried
Liberty,
the lead.
Oh my. But the Liberty also struggle a little bit. I really want to get Ezzy and Dom back out there. And I always have so much respect for those high draft picks who most of them come off college runs, right? Usually a little bit later, and all of a sudden you're in a W training camp and you're out there. Most of them come off college runs, right? Usually a little bit later, and all of a sudden you're in a W training camp and you're out there.
Katie Lou Samuelson hit the corner 3 and had a word with Paige Beckers. The UConn Husky connection, but it is Dallas. Amy, they got one against the Liberty. Everybody said, okay, this is something.